Yes, now people, it's your boy Key Loco, and we're back with another episode of the Grow Room. Now, as you can see, not in my usual settings today. Do you know what I mean? I was supposed to go home today, but I'll be real, bro. I was too cozy, man. I was like, I'm chilling too much. I was like, I don't want to go home today. I can't be asked spending some time on this. Do you know what I mean? But I made a commitment, so I said I'm gonna do these videos. So the setup that I have right now is mad. I'm gonna do a video to show you what the setup is. Look at the setup. The setup is crazy right now. Do you know what I mean? But don't worry. We're still gonna do a good show today. So, as I recall, I mentioned that I was gonna start going through my songs and talking about tracks that I've made. So, I felt it only right that we speak about YOPE. Now, YOPE was the very first song that I did when I came back to music properly, because I've done music my whole life. I used to be a hardcore MC, used to do raves, used to do pirate radio, things like that. Then I went into a bit of rap. I was doing rapping for a bit. And I've just been up and down with music my whole life. It's always been a part of who I am. But sometimes where I was from, there wasn't always the opportunity to do it and things like that, and to be consistent. And we didn't really have a lot of elders that we could look up to and learn the game from, so to speak. And because Hull is not like a big city like a Brum or a Manny or a Leeds even, the hip-hop scene was not as big as it is like probably today, do you know what I'm saying? So me, I used to make all kinds of different music, and when I went to uni, I was operating under the name China White because I was operating China White Industries, which was a photography, videography. It was a lifestyle brand, to be fair. It turned into many different things. But when I came into contact with J Cosmos, the Shaman, Wavemaker, Scribe, I was introduced to a group called Soul Society, and they made a bit like more conscious type of rap music, you know, like the Earth Gang, the JID, like those sort of like that sort of vibe, you know. It was on like that conscious wave. So like I joined the group, the collective, what you want to call it, and we had a sick time. Do you know what I mean? That's my brothers, that's my boys, like a family for life. Like I'll get into Soul Society on another day. Do you know what I mean? Because that's a whole video itself, but I was making just whatever was sort of coming my way. I was hearing producers like Tracksuit Monk and Ted Loco. Who else was I listening to? There was another guy, I forgot his name now. I even like listening to beats from like Mouse Outfit, stuff like that. So it was like I was kind of like figuring things out. Not figuring things out, I was just working what was kind of being thrown at me, and I was still operating under China White. Made a couple of songs, and then I was told that I had to change my name. I think it was either Sony or Apple got in touch with me and was like, listen, there's already an artist called China White in Atlanta. I think it's a female rapper. She's been out for a time, do you know what I mean? You got to change your name, otherwise we're going to take your songs down. So I was a bit like, if anyone's going to take my songs down, it's going to be me, do you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, excuse me, let me start again. Let me start completely from scratch. New name, new sound, new music, new brand, this, that, and the third. And we came up with Key Loco. I'll get into how I got my name. I don't know if I ever go into it, to be fair, but that's another story. So started operating as Key Loco. Now at this time, I'm not really making music under Key Loco. I don't even think I had the name at the time. And me and J Cosmos, we flew out to Sweden because Cosmos had a track. He had a feature with an artist called Yo Truly. So we flew over there to shoot the music video. Got introduced to Swady, to RK, to Fabian. And we just spent like, I don't know if it was a week, maybe 5 days, maybe 7, I don't know, yeah. About 5 days we spent there. Went to studio with these man, went and shot the music video. Like those man, that's family, do you know what I'm saying? Like that bond will never go. Like that trip solidified a lot of things, do you know what I'm saying? And I remember I was in the studio one day, and Swade's just playing his beats, you know what I mean? And he plays his beat, and I was like, yo, what is that, man? I was like, that's hard. I was like, I might even have something for that, you know what I mean? So I looked at my phone, I had some lyrics already, brought it up, put the headphones in, I just rinsed it, you know what I mean? Just bang, 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 just absolutely scattered it. I remember you truly being like, yo, what the fuck are you doing managing, bro? Like, what the fuck? You should be an artist. And I was like, I am an artist, but I don't. Looking back now, with the knowledge I have now, back then I didn't know shit. All I could do was rap. Do you know what I mean? Like all I could do was write tune, like, and perform a little bit. Didn't really know none of the business. Definitely didn't know like marketing, branding. I knew a little bit of branding actually, but I didn't know about marketing. I didn't know about creating content and things like this. I was just doing things in the old school way of doing things, I suppose. So we take this tune now, and I was like, all right, cool. When I get back, I'm gonna do this thing properly. Oh no, sorry, tell a lie. I came back, and some shit happened, and it was like, okay, I'm gonna have to step back now from what I'm doing with Cosmos, and just work on myself, because it's like I was put into a situation where it's like before, it like when you're helping people, it's okay if you've got like a safety net or something. You know what I mean? You can expend like help. You can help people because you're cushy. When that safety net gets whipped away, you're like, oh fuck, I can't really be putting any attention on you right now. I need to focus on myself. Like, and I had to be like, yo, I gotta go do this thing properly. Like, I gotta get this shit off the ground. It's gotta be me. Focus on me. Same way with Bouncer. Bouncer was like, he kept working with people and getting betrayed and things like that, and he was like, what about if I put that effort into my shit? Because not before I met Cosmos, but before I was working with Cosmos, I already had other artists I was managing. Like, big up to K-Char, big up to Tommy, big up to Jake, and even big up to the female artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like, I fell out with her because she just didn't want to listen to me. The others, I think because maybe I was spending a lot of time with Cosmos, I think these man, they had their brethren that wanted to manage them. So I was like, all right, cool. If you can do more with you than I can, go. Do you know what I mean? So K-Chad, they went with them, man. I'm still cool with them. They're my boys. You know what I mean? Big up Wills, big up Will, big up Tabs. Jake and Tommy. Jake didn't really want the fame side of things. If I had Jake and Tommy now, oh my days, bro, I'll blow them up. If you see this, lads, give me a shout if you're still interested in making music, man, because I want to teach you the things that I know. But those two were sick. One was like a Johnny Cash sort of style, Jake Bug type, and then the other dude was like a Lewis Capaldi type, Ed Sheeran, like just beautiful. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like I forgot what I was saying. Went off on a tangent then. But yeah, anyway, 2-2s now sound like right. I've got to concentrate on myself now. Some shit's gone down. It's time to lock in. It's time for me to put all this effort into myself. Do you know what I mean? So then we made Oceans. Then we made Zoned. Then we made Betrayers. I was like, yo, we're on a roll here, Swady. Do you know what I mean? His name's Halden, but I call him Swady. But it's like the first track, YOPE. I feel like I should play it to you because that's what we're here for. We're going through this track. So let me just get it up. Now what I'll do is I'm going to play it on here, and then I'll just upload the actual track into the software. So I won't talk over it while the song is playing, but when I record it, it'll just sound crap, do you know what I mean? So just bear me 1 second. Yo, hold tight to Jack Flash, R.I.P. Hold tight MCLT, hold tight Tom O.C., hold tight DJ Something, Visualize, Horizon, Our House. Yo, before I go any further, let me just pause this. MCLT was the first MC that I ever had. I used to bite lyrics off him. I used to use it for when I was MCing and things like that. So big up to MCLT every fucking time. That guy, like, everyone has their first MCs and things what they listen to and who not put them on, because he was way ahead of us. We didn't really know him. We just was buying his tapes, you know what I mean? But big up to him. Big up Tom O.C. as well. Tom O.C., one of the best MCs in Hull, you know what I mean? And big up to Sumpton as well, DJ Sumpton. He just got mentioned. it was him that had the radio station. Him, Mikey Longman, DJ 50, Matty McSherry. To be fair, Matty McSherry came a bit after I joined, but it was just us man. And yeah, so that's we just got shouted out at the beginning. But let me just bring that back.
The Jack Flash, R.I.P. I'll take MCLT, I'll take Tom O.C, I'll take DJ something. Visualize, Horizon, our house. Yo. Got skeletons, where's the evidence? Let me roll out a full list. Looking right down with the mic now as I fill up all these old crypts. I've got to undertake them like Kane. Rise up with that flame. Got those headstones getting carved up. Will I make a space for your name? Play that xylophone on your rib cage. Lord of War, call me Nick Cage. I was 15 with a switchblade, looking backwards like shit's changed. I don't love you, so I make it. Step back with the basics, yeah. Took cake and I ate it. Cook cake, man, I baked it. Yo, check back when I made it. Yo, check stack on my page, yeah. Check tracks on my basic. Could your nose wrinkle up like you're facing it? Cause I'm back now and that bass sounds like whoa. Audio blaze, got my eyes on the menu. Got my order your bitch. Oh, my audio's so sick, I'ma call you all in this bitch. You'll be asking me for them photos. Fuck around taking a piss. Trading shots there on the bar for the plots here in Nevada. Just a small fish in my pond, bro, but wait, rock round like piranha. Yo, push all of that drama. Don't say yo to your mama. Gotta go now, it's mañana. Oh, cocoa, no banana. Acapulco to Cabana. Getting hooked on like I'm Bana. The star boys getting Luna. Smell Rossa for the Prada. Yo, Mungan flow gets sick, no less, no less. Now, the man them smoke them rolls with chest now. You fuck around and get your best out. We dress now. Put pressure on your fucking little necks now. Bend it down like it's Notre Dame. Hunchback when they hear my name. Bleach boy came through with a pain. Jack spit chat about true off lanes. I just shifted that grommet. Me so sick that I vomit. GCA with no comment. What, just cash back with no wallet. It's a wave that we're bringing from Hull. It's a way. Now I'm dinging on your door. What we bringing? Yeah. What you bringing? You can get chainsawed. No full sin. Best all in. We shift down with West Hull villains. We don't wanna say no to this. We just wanna float by the bits. We don't wanna hope for the kids. Wanna dope out, then go talk to the pigs. Yeah, you just go tell on your friends. Don't see you when it ends. Well, you don't see me there either. But it's not cause I'm scared, don't pretend. I avenge the revenge. I pendulum on a pen drive, killing thin with a pen. My 5 elephants you couldn't blend. Mine's you get beaten by tracks, left defeated on wax. Grimsby by the flats, full of stakes up with backs. Dipping out, make it fast. Last out, you won't last. Whole pub getting smashed up. Your feds got us all trapped. Dip across the border, yeah, like Vice and I'm important. Got orders from the fallen, yeah, when the call comes in and we all alright. Don't be asking about the warden, nah, just hopping over that garden. Now see Granny sat in that deck chair. I'm sorry love, beg your pardon. Taking it back like the old age. I'm breaking it back like the old age. Taking a tax, I'm like road rage. Got cushion the pack without blowage. Taking it back like the old age. Breaking it back like the old age. Taking a tax like road rage. I got cushion the pack without blowhaze.
Mad. Still one of my favourite songs. But I'll be real, with this and the whole way of doing things, I would prefer to maybe have like the song playing, stop and then talk about the lyrics. I just realised then it played all the way through and I didn't even speak about half of the things that was on there, do you know what I mean? But I'll do better in the next one. So my first thoughts with this song, yeah, it just reminds me of Hull. Like it reminds me of Hull so much. Like just some of the things that I'm speaking about in it, like some of the words that get used, like the things I'm talking about. Like there's a bit where I'm talking about Grimsby. In fact, I've got the lyrics here. 1 second. I actually saved the lyrics so I could have something to read through later. So it's like, where is it? There's a thing about here we go. You get beaten by tracks, left defeated on wax. Grimsby by the flats, full of states out with bats. Dipping out, make it fast. Last out, you won't last. Whole pub getting smashed. Even feds got us all trapped. Like that basically is a lyric about when I was younger, I used to knock around with like the city casuals and things like that, and it was like, I don't like saying I'm a hooligan because I never used to fucking go to the games. I was just, well, it didn't matter what I was doing other things back at home in town. waiting for everybody to come back, do you know what I mean? But I would be out on a weekend, going to the pubs, the clubs. They didn't really come to the raves because football hooligans, they don't really go to the rave culture. They look at it as a bit chavvy, so they don't really go to them. Well, not when I was younger anyway. So we would go to like electro raves, funky house, like Welly. We used to go to Lamp. Used to go see a lot of indie bands and things like that. But basically, this one time I actually did go to one of the games to have it out. We went to Grimsby. It was a pre-season friendly, and I were old a lot, because when you're in a football firm, you'll have like the youngers and then the olders, or there might be like a middle firm. It depends how old the firm is. The firm might have been around for a while, so like we had like the minority, which is like the top firm. That's like the old boys from the 80s and that, and the proper heads. Then there was like MYT, Mad Young Tigers. That was the firm that we was in. And then there was the YCC, which was below, which was footnotes. I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, so MYT, that was us. Our elders had patterned a meet with the Grimsby's youngers, if that makes sense. So the two older firms that spoke and been like, listen, pre-season friendly, we're going to send some of our youngers down. You send yours, and we'll have it. So we're thinking we're going to have it out like you know, you've seen Green Street, do you know what I mean? You've seen Football Factory, you see you meet somewhere desolate or whatever and fucking have it out. We in car park, whatever. So we've gone to Grimsby now. Bear in mind, not all of us know Grimsby. Don't know where the fuck you're going. So we go, and I remember feeling off from the beginning, because you got to remember, a lot of the lads that I was with, they were on road. Like I when I was growing up, I was on road. Like I was outside. Do you know what I mean? So I was on estates, I was on street corners, I was always outside. So it was like, you develop like a sixth sense for things. Do you know what I'm saying? When things were a bit iffy, you're like, So we get there. Bearing in mind, like, this is my first time away. Like, it's my first away game. Like, it's my first time like going with the lads somewhere. We get there. And I'll never forget, I don't know if it was called the Mariner's Arms or the Trawlerman or some fucking nautical fucking council estate pub, yeah. And the pub's there, the main road's coming through it, and there's like two tower blocks opposite it, and then there's like the council houses down the thing. So we pulls up, this is where we think we're meeting them, and it was like, we went into this pub, and this car just kept driving back and forth, and I was like, there's something not right about that. Next thing you know, there's some people at the window looking through the window like that. And I won't say their names because I don't know what they're doing with life right now. They might have patterned their life. But two of the lads from the firm, they've gone out, yeah, to see who these kids are. Anyway, two twos now. I've looked through the window. One of them just gone bang, just sparked this kid out. Yeah, they've just duffed the other kid in. We're thinking, right, it's on now. It's on. Bruv, I'm not kidding you. Yeah. We all steam up the pub, yeah, thinking it's go time. Bro, I'm not kidding you, on my mother's life, yeah. From like the tower blocks, all you can see is like shit falling, like tins of beans, like old pans, like pint glasses, mugs, forks, knives, throwing things out the top of the flats, yeah. And as you're looking across the grass, there's the council houses. People are just pouring out of them, bro. They got fucking baseball bats, cricket bats, fucking hockey sticks. And I'm looking and I'm thinking, not one of them person is dressed the same way I'm dressed. Like, none of these people are casuals. This is not a firm that we're meeting. The whole estate has come out, bro. Like, they're on us, bro. It's a setup. We've been set up, bro. So now the group is split. Bare people just dip back into the pub. Bare people have legged it. So there's me, our top boy, the other kid. So them two that I told you that went out at the beginning, there's us three and another lad. And I look at our top boy. Because our elder, he's already fucking halfway down the street. He's scarpered, you know what I mean? He's gone, bro. So I'm like watching the rest of the lads run. Some have gone in the pub. I'm looking at my mate like, what we doing? He's like, fuck it. So we're on our toes, mate. We're we're running through this fucking estate in fucking Grimsby, yeah? Going through here, going through there. Bro, we got onto the street on my mother's life, bro. There's like 4x4, like, you know them old RAV4, like old proper rickety 4x4 things. It's got like a 10-year-old in it, bro. Just sat there and they're calling us, what was it calling us? Yorkies. He was like, oh, you Yorkies that from round here, right? You a lot of fucking dead, bro. There's kids that are about 15, fucking 13, pulling up in cars on mopeds, like ringing people, oh, they're here, they're here. We run through this park. I'm not kidding you, all the little kids, like the kids that are like 8 and 9 on the fucking climbing frames are like, you're dead, you're dead. I was like, what is this nightmare we've walked into? Bro, this is fucking mental. We cut through, scarping into this like block of flats. Bully van pulls up, boom, 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 sliding doors, do everybody fucking, there's feds everywhere. So we're all there, lined up on the walls and their hands on the wall type shit, just like that, fucking hell. We ain't even done anything, do you know what I mean? I was actually happy to see the feds for once. I was like, fucking hell, man, you don't know what's just happened. A few minutes later, one of our boys come out the corner. Again, I won't say his name because I don't know where he's at in life yet, but he's a fucking G. I miss this kid. And he had this bandage round his head. And he comes around, he's like, fucking hell, lad, you fucking missed it. We fucking had it in there, man. His head's pissing with blood. I was like, what the fuck has happened to you? Basically, when it had kicked off, a couple of them were running the pub, innit? So, my man's in the pub, and he's like, bro, we held the pub down, innit? He went, I had my fucking snooker cue. It was coming through the emergency exit. I was just hitting them like Legolas. He was like, I was just there, just whacking them with the thing. And for some bizarre reason, he had a rock in his pocket, yeah. And he says, as these two kids have barged through the door, he said, I grabbed my rock and I threw it at this kid. And it's hit him in the chest and bounced off, and he just looked at me like I was an idiot. He's picked it back up and he's threw it at me and it smashed me in the head and he's busted his head open. He's like, I ran down the bar and I grabbed the ashtray. The woman behind the bar was like, nah, threw the fucking ashtray at him. There's another lad, I don't want to name no people because I don't know what they're doing in life right now, but it's like, there was two lads, a big lad from up north everywhere, you know what I mean, and fucking Ultimate Wilderness Roader. They've just got this kid just going bang, bang, as he's getting punched, his head's going onto the fucking bandit and bouncing back there, just mashing him up. Now, I've got a mate from Beverly, I don't want to say his name either because I don't know where he is, DC, you know who you are, he's a G, I love this kid. He's sat at the bar now pretending like nothing's happening. Some kids just come in and just heaved him off of the fucking bar, threw him off there. Anyway, long story short, they've managed to hold the pub down. Bear in mind, this is the whole fucking estate that's pouring out trying to kill everybody, do you know what I mean? They've got the front entrance and the emergency entrance, and they're just scrapping their way out of it. He's come round the corner and he's like, bro, he's like, fuck the feds, fuck the fucking police, don't give a fuck, look at me, we've had them, we've done them. Feds are like, listen, you gotta get the fuck out of here, we ain't even nicking anyone, you need to go now, because you're gonna end up getting killed. So, we got like a police escort, they got us to our cars, police escorted us back across the bridge, man. Then we went to hospital and my mate had to have his head glued. Like, they put like a fucking glue gun in his head and fucking did all his head up. But yeah, that's where those lyrics came from. So it was like, where it's like deep across the border. Because like Hull and Grimsby don't really get on. It's like a rivalry, do you know what I'm saying? Like, deep across the border, like Vice, and I'm reporting, because it's like I've gone over there, like I'm one of them deep ITN Vice like documentary reporters, like I'm in fucking, what's it called, enemy territory, do you know what I mean, reporting on it. So jumping over gardens, like we was hopping over the gardens trying to get away from people and shit. Like it was a good day, man. Wow, 24 minutes. What else is in this from this song? That's just one little snippet of it. Like, let's have a look what we got in here. I might audio, got my eyes on the menu. I might audio, bitch. My audio so sick. I'm Macaulay all in this sitch. Now, for some reason, I played the version that don't have the ad-lib, because the ad-lib goes, Home Alone. So, I'm going to add the proper version to this when it comes out. But this one I liked. It said, you be asking me for photos, fuck around taking the piss. Traded shots there on the bar for the plots here on Nevada. So basically what I mean by that is I traded the shots on the bar because back in the day, like, not in this country so I can't get in trouble, but in another country I used to shot on a Labara phone. It was Labara that I was using, so it was like we're doing shots on Labara and then shots on Nevada. Nevada was the very first music video. I don't know if it was the first music video I made, but it was like a short not a documentary, it was like a short, like a mini film, short film, yeah. It was like a short film called Nevada. I made a song to it and shot my own music video with no budget. And like, if you're watching this, go and watch it. It's actually quite sick. It's on YouTube, on my China White page, I think. And it's like shots on Labara. Hello, shots on Nevada. The camera shot. Do you know what I mean? So there's a little breakdown for you there. What else we got? I'll tell you a little cheeky thing as well. I got skeletons, where's the evidence? Let me roll out a full list. Looking right down with a mic now as I fill up all these old crypts. When I first came back to music, I was still listening to a lot of UK rap music. Right at the minute, I don't listen to UK stuff because I don't want to copy anyone subconsciously. So that flow actually is from a UK rapper. Now, I'm not going to say who. I'll save it for another video. Let's see if there's anyone who's actually like a proper hip-hop historian who knows that flow. Got skeletons, where's the evidence? Let me roll out a full list. Looking right down with a mic now as I fill up all these old crypts. So it's like that, looking right down with a mic now. If you can figure it out, big up to you. But yeah, as I fill up all these old crypts, I've got Undertaker, I'm like Kane, because you know Undertaker and Kane. Rise up with that flame, got those headstones getting carved up while I make a space for your name. Play that xylophone on your rib cage. Lord of War call me Nick Cage. I was 15 with a switchblade looking backwards like shit's changed. Like, it explains itself, but I feel like this is a good one. This is like 26 minutes, 27 minutes. It's going to be like a half-hour video. So this is your fault, Bill Easy. You told me to do a song breakdown, so here's the first one, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going to try to wrap it up because I don't want it to be too long. Like, YOPE. Oh, that was it, YOPE. So the title of the song, YOPE, YOPE, is like Hull slang. Like, when you see your mate coming down the street, you'll be like, yep, 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 yep. Like, what you saying, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, yep. Like, if something's good, it's like, yep. Like, oh, I think I already said it. Like, if your mate's on like a crossroads, it's like, yep, 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 yep. Like, it just means like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it means something good. Like, it's like, yo. It's like, what you saying? Like, yo, like, if someone's done something sick, it's like, congratulations a bit, do you know what I'm saying? But it can be used in many different terms. But I was like, I have to make my very first song about Hull. Or not about Hull, but it has to have Hull essence in it. It has to have, like, that Hull attitude and, what's it called? It's gone out my head. But yeah, so I feel like that's a good enough breakdown of the song. Do you know what I mean? Because it's only like, I don't say it's a throwaway, because it's not a throwaway. I like the song, but it's like, it wasn't something that was planned. It was just these lyrics was in my phone already, and then I might have added a little bit to it, but mainly it was just like, the second I heard this Swady beat, I was like, yo, this is fire, man. And that's why I mean Swady carried on. Like, and the thing is, I'll be honest, if you listen to my music, you can see where I changed the style of things, because I was YOPE is very EDM-y, D&B, garagey. It's got that kind of like kick to it. Oceans itself is a garage song, I believe, anyway. EDM is garage. And then I did the COVID files, which is like proper wavy. When I made Zoned, Yo Truly came to me and was like, why aren't you making this hard shit? Because I was like, I'd sorted my life out. I weren't living a certain lifestyle. So it's like, I feel like when you're living a certain lifestyle, you can rap like that. But if you ain't living that lifestyle, don't rap like that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not real. But because I have lived that lifestyle, I had authenticity in my words, if that makes sense. Like, I was like, because I even though I make that music now, that's because Yo Truly changed my mind on things. Like, before I was like, oh, I'm not doing that. Because I'm quite stuck to the street code. I'm trying, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I have morals and ethics and things that I've learned from being outside and things like that. So I try to keep hold of them. So if I'm not outside toting guns and fucking running up on people, I'm not going to rap like I am either. But then it was like, you don't have to rap like you are doing it. You can just make entertaining music based off your experiences. Like, Martin Scorsese's never fucking robbed a bank, has he? But he made Goodfellas. He's never been and infiltrated the FBI, but he made The Departed. So it was like, you can take your experiences and still make entertaining, not content, but art, I suppose, do you know what I mean? So it was like, I came off the vibe and the good vibes and started making like the negative, ignorant music, because I was good at it. And I was going through it. So it's like, you'll only ever see me making horrible music when I'm going through it. When I'm in a good mood and when I'm like up and my life is cushy, I don't really make drill, I don't really make trap, I don't really make like negative, like violent, aggressive music. But when I'm going through it, that's what I end up making, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to bring it back around now. You'll see with the next lot of music that I drop, it'll be a bit lighter and it'll be a bit like family friendly, let's say, you know what I mean? But anyway, people, we're up to 30 minutes now. I think this is the longest video we've done, maybe, I'm not too sure. But like I said, I was going to keep on top of this fear and carry on making these videos because I'm a man of my word. So, like, comment and subscribe. Send it to your pals, send it to your family members, all that jazz. My name is Kilo Co. You lot have been the audience, and this has been The Grow Room. Peace.